sync. I already clapped.
All right.
What are we doing? Oh, we're here with a new project. Since no one's watching the motorcycle videos, we decided, you know, what people definitely aren't interested in is old boats.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a series of videos on something we've had sitting around for what, a couple years now?
Couple of years, yeah. 1956 Feathercraft Rocket, single cockpit Feathercraft Rocket. Because we're not getting any views, we're basically shifting focus on kind of clearing the stuff that we don't need. What do you call it, clearing mode?
Well, to be clear, we don't need any of this.
Well, we don't need any of this. It's a very cool boat. We enjoyed having it. Well, I guess we haven't really enjoyed it much other than looking at it under your carport.
Yeah. It's springtime, and we'd like to get this boat gone through to be sold at auction by the end of the summer, hopefully.
You know, a real option with this, honestly, is we could probably turn around and relist this on Facebook as is and make a quick buck, but I think this boat's actually worth, we have the expertise, not necessarily the time, but we have the expertise. It's worth putting the time into, I think.
What does this boat need, Brock?
We need to repower this. It had a non-period correct motor on it. Fitted the transom for some long shaft motor they had.
Just go period correct, guys. Like,
and just go with a short shaft.
Go period, yeah, don't just build a transom to fit whatever goofball motor you have laying around.
Yeah.
And go period correct.
Yeah.
If you can't work on a period correct motor, don't get an old boat.
Yeah, you don't need to have a boat like this.
Don't get an old boat. Get you a new fiberglass one.
Yeah. So, power plant.
Well, we gotta redo the transom to repower
Yeah, so
it.
redo the transom to repower it. Repower, transom, some flooring work. We're gonna have to, I think upholstery is probably good. We'll see.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'd like to not drill any holes in this because it doesn't have anything mounted to it. So we're probably not gonna put a Speedo or anything on this boat.
No, I'm not drilling this.
I guess it does have a balanced stern light, so we may need to find some way to power it. We're gonna have to polish and we're gonna detail it.
Yeah, polish and detail, and then it's never going on the water again because I'm not doing it again.
Probably. So that'll be last. Yeah, that's gonna be last after we ride in it. And kind of tune and dial the motor in. You know, probably do a little bit of trailer work, check the bearings, so on and so forth. This has got the original hose claw, correct trailer under it.
We're gonna have this ready to put on the water, ready to tow across the country for anybody who decides to buy this thing. Because when sold on Bring a Trailer for a stupid amount of money, this is probably the last affordable Feathercraft we're gonna see for a long time.
But I'm fine with that. I've got my Vagabond. I've got nowhere to put it.
They're terrible boats.
I've got nowhere to put my Vagabond.
There's no reason to own a Feathercraft.
It's a stage in my life that
they're cool looking,
experienced.
And that's it. There's nothing practical about these boats. I mean, other than like they're super light, you can tow them behind a Honda Accord if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But you could do the same thing with an Alumacraft.
You could.
You know, you don't want a Feathercraft. You don't want one. They're terrible.
We're gonna Bring a Trailer Pete
we are gonna list this after we make this video.
Well, in those videos we say that they're great boats and they ride well. This is a practical model. We can spin it. We can spin it right.
I'm always surprised that old guys are the ones who ride these things. I just turned 40 and my back hurts for a week after I ride in one of these.
What's this?
I'm always surprised. We might need that. How long has it been since we've looked at this?
I think it's been 2 years at least.
I think we've unbuttoned these covers and have to throw some mothballs in there.
Yeah.
So we should probably reassess and see.
Yeah, see if a cat doesn't jump out of that thing or something. You might find a dead one in there. I don't know. I don't smell anything.
Doesn't smell like it.
Yeah.
They like to shit in these, as I learned in my Arkansas Traveler.
Ooh. Yeah, cut that. There's no shit. There's no shit in this boat.
In the same spot, over and over, so they just pile it up.
That's so nasty. Well, you want
that boat's for sale, by the way.
Yeah.
The one with the cat
shit.
The
cat shit boat's for sale. Yeah, we'll make you a deal. So what do you think? We just you want to grab that and we'll start walking around and really get into what we need to do with this, guys.
All right, let's pop this cover.
Yeah, so let's pop this rear cover and see what we got.
Make sure this thing's still on.
Yeah. So I got some mothballs, so that's good.
We got a fuel cell.
Yes, I forgot we had that. The guy that had whatever. So the previous owner of this boat put a fuel cell in this thing. I bet this is probably worth like 100 or 150 bucks. It's actually really well made. So like a custom hot rodder, I bet we get a few dollars out of that from like custom hot rodder car guys would love these things. It's nice. These are not cheap if you were to buy one. So
somebody wants a fuel cell, hit us up.
It looks like, so you can see the floor here. We pretty much need all new floor. Marine grade plywood, seal it with some C-Tall or something, and then put some other flooring on top to look cool.
What is this?
That's not factory, but I can see why they did it. We'll take it off and see. They did it so that if somebody climbed back here, this doesn't collapse in and hurt the boat. Probably get rid of that and then fill that in with a rivet, fill the bolt hole in. We're gonna have to redo the bilge pump system. This is gonna have floor over it, so it's gonna have to get like a low pro bilge pump back here. Fuel cell we'll get rid of. We got 2 tanks from the gas tank man that we bought fully restored with the intention of putting in this boat. Yeah, they're like $300 cans, I think. So
we're not putting both of those in here.
We do that so we can ride and run all day, right? Really, 1 can's enough, and I've rarely gotten to 2. So I think we'll probably have a can mounted and then a battery if we do. We'll need a battery mounted on the other side in the back.
Do you not like the battery location there?
No, I don't like that there, actually. I think
I think I just saw something crawling around.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, I'm not putting my hand down there.
Honestly, what I would like to do, I think the battery in Feathercraft is best mounted right here. The garden tractor size batteries fit really good right there. They have enough power when they're in AGM.
Yeah, you're not worried about additional weight towards the transom with the giant motor we're about to slap on this thing?
Nah. One of the debates is whether we're gonna have to put that motor to electric start because it's not. I'm hoping that you could do pull start, but now looking over this thing, I'm not really sure. That might be a challenge. If we didn't have to do electric start, man, we could put a drill battery or something to just power lights. I mean, that doesn't drain anything. You don't even need a big battery to do that. You could have a lightweight accessory battery you just clip underneath, we could make a Milwaukee battery mount or something, for God's sakes. So yeah, I mean, that's the stuff we have to do in the back. Floor, these steering cables, these look a little bit nasty, so we might have to redo that.
A little nasty?
They're still
I think
good.
we could probably redo those.
Man, I've got a whole spool of cable. I bought a whole spool of cable to redo that of the proper stuff.
Well,
so all stuff. What is that? A fuel fill? A fuel water separator? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. We don't need that.
Nope.
No.
No one needs that.
You don't need it.
No one needs that. I will say these are cool, man. I mean,
yeah, the logos are still in good shape.
A little bit of blue anodizing.
Yeah.
Was that anodized?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that one's a little faded out.
But
it's all intact.
Anodizing left. Let me make sure my drawers are up for all we know this thing. I like these covers. Whoever made for these. I mean, this certainly isn't factory.
No, but they're fitted. They're very well made.
Yeah.
Cut out for the wheel and everything. They did a good job.
They did a good job. All right. This looks a little nicer up here. Is this factory?
It's a period correct wheel, I think.
Correct, but
it's
don't think it's
a little nastier
It's got a
looking.
cool little center cap.
Oh well, Feathercraft didn't make their wheels. It's like an Atwood or something. I'm not sure.
That's cool.
It's pretty rough though for a boat like this. It would need some refinishing. So I don't know. We're probably gonna have to replace that.
We got a couple sitting around, don't we, or at least one?
So what do you think of the seats? I mean,
they're fine.
They're fine.
They're fine. Foam's still
good.
Oh, those are actually nice. Somebody did a
Oh wow,
those zippers.
Yeah, those are really well made seats. Yeah, we're keeping them.
Somebody did a good job.
We're keeping them.
Let's see what sits behind this. Help me out, Brock. Make yourself useful.
There we go.
All right.
I don't know how much we talked, but this boat is so intact. I mean, we'll have to do a walk around showing the hull when we talk about the polish, but there are no dents or drill holes or anything in this. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Specimen.
And that's why we bought it, right?
Yeah.
Should I crawl in this thing?
Yeah, you can crawl in. Show the model up there. That's got the original model sticker up underneath the dash, so you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so original model sticker in that. That's pretty cool. You don't see that very often. Oh gosh,
what?
I've never noticed this before.
What?
So somebody mounted a fire extinguisher, but what they also mounted,
oh boy,
was some Jensen speakers.
What?
This has got speakers in it.
Oh.
Holy God. Now, why you would drill a hole in a boat like this to mount some
but I don't even see where the
speakers.
holes come through. I mean,
well, it's in the like foot plate or whatever you call this here. But like, why you would do this is I'll never understand. Like, buy a Bluetooth speaker, or you know what? Just sit in silence for a goddamn change. Like, maybe just sit in silence. Maybe we can go out places and not have to like blast music at ourselves and everyone around us at all times. Maybe we shouldn't force everyone else to listen to the shitty music that we listen to.
And when you're underway, you're going to want to listen to the sweet sound of that Mercury 2-stroke engine anyway. You know, and if you have a 4-stroke, that's your own
Well, maybe then get some
your own
speakers.
problem.
Maybe then get some speakers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe this boat isn't for you. Just sit in silence with your own thoughts. You know? Just.
So carpet, I think that's probably got to go. We might be able to reuse the wood under it, but the carpet's got to go.
There's stuff living in that.
They did blue, but you don't want carpet. We don't need carpet on a boat
well,
like
they
this.
stapled it down real good.
Yeah. The wood looks solid.
Might be able to reuse that.
We can
Put some
reuse
wood
it.
in on top of that.
We can use it.
That's one less thing.
Normally with these, what they did right there is a no-no. You don't want to drill and run sheet metal screws through the stringers.
Oh, they in the stringers.
Well, but they only got a few holes. That's pretty common on boats like this because nobody knows better. I'm glad that I don't see it just peppered with them. It's like 2 screws. So the stringers on this thing look really intact from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I think on my Vagabond, I had it where, are you aiming the camera at me?
Maybe. Diva.
You kind of want to clamp to it. Yeah, you want to clamp to it. So like I think on one of them I kind of made like these little boards and I put T-nuts on the backside and that clamp, you know, because your stringers are like an I channel and they just clamp to the underside of it, right? Because what happens with the sheet metal screws is they'll inevitably waller out and then they create a stress riser where they like to get cracks around the hole that was drilled through. So we'll find a way to either float it, you know, see if it floats on its own weight or clamp to the bottom side. It's just something we got to figure out. There's a lot of things in this boat we have to figure out. Yeah, this seat is really solid though.
Yeah.
It's very solid, you know, like my Vagabond and even the DR, you start seeing a lot of these mounts, you start seeing a lot of this stuff split and crack and get loose on the rivets. This thing is very, very, very solid.
What about our lighting?
You want to do
what about our lighting?
yeah, I mean, this is a little crusty, so we might want to find, I mean, it works. Maybe we'll see if we have a better specimen laying in our stuff. This is nice. The bow handle's still intact.
A lot of wing nuts.
A lot of them. They break off too because people tie to them and they'll bust them off. They do recast them, but this is the original one. Well, we'll see if we got some nicer hardware potentially. This does fine. It's a little pitted.
Yeah.
Factory grab handles on the rear.
I don't like the shape
cool.
of these cleats over here. It'd be nice to get.
Get rid of these, or just put better ones on. Yeah.
God, this video is getting long in the tooth.
It is. We're gonna have a lot of cutting to do down. We're gonna have a lot of editing, Andrew. I know how much we like to do that.
Is a lot of editing. God.
Yeah.
For
nobody watches.
Let's just hope we get more than 35 views this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's take a look at this trailer. I mean, this is a original teeny, right?
Holz claw.
Holz claw.
Yeah, it does have the original, the old school, the original tongue lock, right?
Yeah. Works fine. Yeah, I got the old school lift on it.
The old school, the original jack. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, I think someone, I don't know, that might have been painted at one point. Paint's in okay shape. I'm not going to repaint the whole trailer.
It's been painted. We're not doing that.
Yeah, it's good enough. I don't know. You want to talk about, just like go down and talk about, we may do the wheel bearings. Or
yeah, you want me to go down here and say what you just said?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we could do the wheel bearings. These are pretty gunky. We'll go through these, clean them out, put some, maybe put some bearing buddies on there.
Yep.
And just make sure this thing's ready to go down the road.
Lights look good. Lights are there.
Lights look good. This thing's pretty solid and in good shape.
Yeah.
The tiny little bunks in the back aren't rotted out. Maybe we'll wrap those in some carpet.
Yeah.
The rollers look good.
Yeah, very solid trailer though.
Yeah. All in all, this thing.
Pretty solid. I don't see any rot or anything on it really.
Yeah.
So, and hopefully not much work to do there.
Yeah. Tires look good.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's gonna want the date code on these tires.
Oh, Jesus,
But you know what? We're gonna wait and see how much this thing sells for before we go slapping the tires on.
Yep.
Look at.
So this isn't factory. Now some of the stuff, when you see the older caulk lines, the original Feathercraft caulk has like a gray. A lot of people see the gray stuff, the old stuff on the side, and they think it's been done. Actually, it was original.
Was this drilled through from the factory?
Probably not. I don't know.
Wing nut strikes again.
Well, that's what you get on an old aluminum boat. Again, it's from the factory. They just put the boats out. They didn't fit them with motors or anything, so it was kind of up to whoever built it. To do that. But yeah, so I mean, there's a few we're kind of griping about the few goofball things, but honestly, this is one of the nicest Feathercraft hulls I want to say that I've seen. It's in fantastic shape. A lot of times, there's a couple holes in this thing's drilled. But there's not much added. There's nothing cut out on the dash. Hell, it hasn't even had a speedometer installed on it. You know, the side is in really good shape. It looks like it's been polished at one point.
Usually these have been beat to hell on the underside.
Usually they've been beat to hell. They look
beaching them, and
you know, like my DR looked like it had been shot at with a BB gun in a couple places when I had it. Like, this thing has very, very few dings and dents and is very solid on top. I mean, this is just a very, very nice looking boat, and it's gonna polish up and clean up nice. As I mentioned, you know, polish is one of those things we're gonna have to do to it. That's a day or two process, and that'll be done right before we put the thing for sale after we're done running it, pretty much. I can't say I'm looking forward to that though. That's probably my least favorite part. I hate polishing these boats. It's just, it sucks. It freaking sucks. It's miserable, it's a dirty job, and it just sucks.
It turns out, no one needs a Feathercraft. You don't need one, they're stupid.
But overall, a really nice specimen. Should be a very cool project to get out in the water and have some rips on. So we done, I think we got all that. We done rambling?
I hope we're done.
Yeah, good. Is it gonna rain on us?